Hello, tribe. Welcome to this short workshop or webinar, as you may want to term it. And I will try as much as possible to make this very short and brief and detailed, most importantly. So, importantly, we're talking about goal setting and the key to achieving your dreams. I know we've stepped into 2025, and one of the most powerful tools you can use to make this year your best year yet is effective goal setting. Goal gives us direction, it gives us purpose and the motivation to keep pushing forward, even when challenges arise. So today we're going to be exploring how to set and achieve meaningful goals. But then, what is a goal? Now, a goal is a clear statement of what you want to achieve. Now, you can either have a short-term goal or a long-term goal. Now, most importantly, a goal is towards a vision. So, setting goals could now be a short-term one or a long-term one. Now, a short-term goal can be steps along the way to achieving a long-term goal, which is more like your vision. So, hope that now explains what a goal is. Like I said, a goal is a clear statement of what you want to achieve. Now, why set goals? Now, number one is for clarity. Goals help you identify what truly matters to you. Number two, focus. Now, setting goals gives you a roadmap, preventing distractions. Because one thing is for certain, I was looking at a picture someone uploaded on his WhatsApp status summary of last year, where we had the January was no grief for anybody. There was the Ngwangwa, there was the trying to remember a few of what he posted. There was the African man that had slept with over 1 or something women, and so on and so forth. Now, these are things that could be distractions, but when you have set your goals, you pursue them. Now, aside that, there are other challenges that will want to come up. 2024 was when the whole subsidy was removed. We had hike in prices and the likes. So, setting goals helps you focus. Number three, motivation. Now, with clear goals, you are more driven to take action daily. This is because you already have what you want to achieve. There's a word that says, if you don't have a dream to pursue, someone else will give you his or her dream to pursue for him or her. And it's just the same way when they say also that if you fail to plan, then be ready to plan to fail. So what clear goals does, it helps you to be more driven. And the fourth one, which is the last one, is measurements. Now, goals help you track progress and celebrate wins. When you set your goals, now you know how you progress. I tell people there's a difference between movement and progress. And I released a video once on my social media that talks about it. And for those of us who are Christian, Israelites went round and round for 40 years. That wasn't progress, that was movement. So you can be going round in a circle and think you're progressing. But when you set goals, you can always track, and then you can celebrate your wins. Now, how to set effective goals? You set effective goals by using the likes of the SMART framework. And what do I mean by the SMART framework? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Specific. When we mean specific, we mean your goals should be clear and unambiguous. That is, you state what needs to be accomplished and what steps need to be taken to achieve it. You also put who is responsible if there is need for that, or what is responsible. For example, instead of you just saying, I want to be fit, when you want to make it specific, it goes, I will lose 5 kg in 3 months by exercising 4 times a week. Another is, I will have saved $10,000 by the end of 2025 by removing 10% of my income monthly. That way you are being specific. Now, number 2, which stands for measurable, which is the M. You should be able to track your progress. Now, how do we mean by that? When will you know when you have reached your goal? And that is setting clear benchmarks, because setting clear benchmarks will allow you to track your progress. Now, you see the example we gave at first, where you say, I will lose 5 kg in 3 months by exercising 4 times a week. This is measurable already. So that is, in 3 months, you should have lost 5 kg. So how do you track your progress? Probably the first month you go on the scale, see if you've lost at least 1 or 2 kg. It helps to tell if, I'm progressing. And so you ask yourself the question, how will I know I have achieved this? And that is where the specific assists you already. So it means by the end of 3 months, you should be able to get on the scale and realize and be vivid, or see vividly that you've lost 5 kg. And even before the 3 months, you can always checkmate and see, I said I will exercise 4 times a week. Every week, did I accomplish it? Because one of the best thing I tell people is, you don't look at the end result. Your focus should be on the process. When your focus is on the process, it makes achieving your goal easier. It's the same way I tell people who go out to study, probably professional course or even education. The process matters a lot. I wrote this in my book, What Next? Because the truth is, you realize that at every point in time when we are transitioning from one class, status, year to another, it wasn't really the exam that that gave us the whole experience. The experience we get to remember is how we studied, the lectures we took towards getting to the next class. So the process matters. Number 3, it should be achievable. Like we said, the A of the SMART. Your goals should stretch you, but still be realistic. So the question is this a goal that you can reasonably achieve? What skills and experience do you have to complete this goal? Now, the important thing is try to strike a balance between challenging and realistic. What do I mean? Don't set, because they say it should be achievable. Then you set goals that are not tasking, goals that are not that don't stimulate you. But as much as you want to set goals that stimulate you, that challenges you, you also want to set goals that are realistic. Using the example of the 5 kg in 3 months by exercising 4 times a week. It's challenging, but then it's also realistic. For someone who is probably overweight, it's going to take a lot. But then you also look at the end goal. How does it benefit you? And that is where relevance comes in. Now, remember, when you're looking at the achievable, that's the A, you need to consider your resources, consider your time, and your current responsibilities. I was having this conversation with a friend of mine. We also have another group. This has to do with the church, actually. And we're looking at how people can study the Bible, especially the New Testament, within a year or within 6 months. And I was like, okay, we need to allow people the space to set their own kind of calendar within their own resources, their time and current responsibilities. So the important thing is, don't look at another person's clock and say, well, because this person says he wants to, for example, he wants to be exercising 4 times a week. I'm going to use myself as an example. Mine is 3 times a week: Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So you need to consider your responsibilities, consider your time, consider your resources, but also be aware that you're not trying to be complacent. So the fourth one, which is relevant, your goal must align with your long-term vision and priorities. You don't set a goal of, you want to be, your long-term goal is to live longer. Then whatever health goals you are setting should be towards ensuring that, probably you don't want to visit the hospital at your old age, you don't want to have eye problem, you don't want to have diseases, terminal diseases such as lung disease, kidney diseases, liver diseases. So your goals should be towards that long-term vision. Perhaps it's financial independence. So whatever goals you're setting, is towards financial independence. So you'll be thinking of, okay, how much do I want to invest? How much do I want to keep saving? Is my intention, is my savings towards starting up a business? Is my savings towards investing or buying real estate and the likes? So you need to ask yourself, why are you setting these goals? Will achieving it help you now or in the future? The important thing is think about the big picture. Think about the big picture. Your goals should be motivating, not frustrating. So you can ask, does this goal help me grow personally or professionally? Could be, does it help me grow mentally? Does it help me grow physically? Does it help me grow financially? Now the last one, time bound. Set a deadline to create urgency. The example we started with when we're saying being specific, there is a deadline. I will lose 5 kg in 3 months. That is, by the end of 3 months, that person should have lost 5 kg. So when we're saying set a deadline to create urgency, you're asking yourself, when will this goal start and end? Set both an end point and checkpoints throughout. Now, what are the checkpoints throughout? Exercising 4 times a week. Now, incremental deadlines can help you stay on track. Example, I will finish my certification by June 30, 2025. I set such for myself last year to get an ISO certification by the end of the year. And so in as much as I delayed, I got distracted, throughout the first half to the third quarter of the year. By the fourth quarter, I knew, okay, the deadline is close already. So I need to meet up with this target. And so I ensured this was done. That's because there was already a deadline to help me stay on track. Now, what are the steps to achieving your goals? Number 1, write them down and put your goals on paper. When you put your goals on paper, you make them feel real. I know we're in digital age, we can always put them in soft copy. I still go the old tradition. I'm going to be sincere with you. For now, my goals are on soft copy and as on my drive, but then eventually I will still write them out in my diary or in a sheet of paper where last year I literally posted it in my room on the wall. Number 2, break them down. Divide the goals into smaller and actionable steps. Example, if you want to grow your business revenue by 20%, your smaller steps could include acquiring 5 new clients each quarter. I mean, that's the end goal. Perhaps just like the example of the 5 kg, the long-term goal for the person could be 20 kg. And so 5 kg every 3 months towards and losing 20 kg by the end of the year. That's it. Number 3, take daily action. Commit to consistent small efforts that build up over time. Then the fourth step to achieve your goals is evaluate and adjust. See, it is very, very important you review your progress regularly and tweak your strategies if needed. See, we've all said, 2025 will be my year, 2025. But have you realized one thing? Every year, there is always probably a new policy, something that goes on in that year that kind of affects or puts quite a lot of people off balance, especially those people who have not set their priorities right. And so it is good thing, yes, we are going to set our goals, but then it is important that you evaluate, you review monthly, could be reviewed quarterly. What actually helped me last year was me reviewing quarterly, and I was lucky enough. I wasn't so much lagging behind. So for persons, it could be reviewing monthly. For some persons, it could be reviewing weekly. There are goals that you might want to review weekly. There are goals you might want to review monthly. There are those you might want to review quarterly. And you could set every one of them to be at a specific time for review. Now, the last one, celebrate wins. Reward yourself for milestones, no matter how small. This keeps your motivation alive. I cannot tell you how much I spent after I did my ISO certification. If I had done Father Christmas, basically. But this helps you have that kind of motivation, that sense of, hey, you did this. No matter how small that milestone is, no matter how small that achievement is, it boosts your confidence more. Now, another thing is overcoming obstacles. There will definitely be challenges. The most important habit is staying positive. Challenges are part of the process, but you need to view them as opportunities to grow. So perhaps along the line you got engaged in a task that now takes your time and don't allow you have time, for example, to exercise in order to keep healthy. The question, that is where you now go back and say, okay, so how do I readjust this goal that I've set? Perhaps you've set 4 times a week before. Okay, I think I can do 2 times a week, but then I might have to stretch the hours. The 4 times a week could be 20 minutes before, but now because I'm doing maybe just 2 times a week, I think I'll just make it 30 minutes. Probably because your Saturdays are free chance for you. Then probably a Wednesday after close of work, when you're home before night rest, you're going to be doing that exercise. Or it could even be finances. They are now increasing cost of living, and it's affecting your purchasing power. Okay, so how do I review it? And my savings might drop down a little, my investment might drop down a little. Okay, but the important thing is I have developed the habit of saving and investing. So okay, if I'm going to be dropping this down, what else do I need to get on? What else do I need to now set in my goals, my pursuits? Now, it means probably you're now going to put in your goals to seek for a higher paying job, or for a business, seek for or develop a side hustle or a side business that now increases your income. How do you improve that side business or side hustle, as it may be called? This is what happens. Now, number 2, seek accountability. Share your goals with a trusted friend, mentor, or a group like this group that we are in, to stay on track. Stay flexible. The life happens. If circumstances changes, I already said that when I was talking about the staying positive. Adjust your goals instead of giving up. The truth is, this setting of goals is not one-way traffic. It doesn't need to be something that wears you out. Like I said, something that frustrates you. No, it is meant to actually help you achieve your goal, motivate you towards achieving your goal. So if life happens, you can always go back and tweak your goals and objective. The major thing is still adhering to the framework SMART. There is specific, measurable, relevant, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Just make sure you are tweaking it, still using that framework or whatever better framework you probably have. Now, a call to action. This is for every one of us. For those of us who haven't written our goals, so you have to write down your top 3 to 5 goals for 2025. Break each goal into smaller and achievable steps. Share one or all of the goals with the group and how you plan to achieve it. And most importantly, start taking action today. So I said, remember, goal setting is not just about writing down dreams. It's about creating a plan and following through. Guys, let's make 2025 the year we achieve great things together. My question is, what are your goals? Okay, so we've come to the end of this. I'm going to be dropping a link to a Google Sheet where you can set your goals in a smart way. And also, I'll be dropping a sample in this chat. However, there's also a sample in that Google Sheet to help us, to give us a direction how to fill this. Now, remember to also save a copy for yourself. And perhaps you couldn't, you can always send me a DM to share you back your the goals you've set. Now, trust me, whatever you set there, if you want it confidential, it is confidential. I've been a counselor for basically more than 3 years. Up to half a decade already. So your and one of our code of conduct is confidentiality. Whatever a client is saying to us doesn't get to any other person, definitely. So if you want your goals confidential, for those who will want theirs shared to the group, want to be more accountable, because for those who want theirs private, it means I have to be the one, I and my team, who I can assure you are confidential also. It's a strict code of conduct we have to follow up. Or for those who want theirs shared to the group, you can do that, share it to the group, and then be accountable. Like I said, I've shared the structure of how this goal challenge is going to be, which is we're going to be having bi-weekly submission of report and then monthly review. Then by the middle of the year, we do something and the like. So thank you all. I hope if you have any question, you can always drop it on the platform and it will be answered. And please, you have this month to fill that form, and the earlier the better, so you can hit running immediately. Thank you. Stay safe. Stay blessed.